afternoon. Would you like to introduce yourself first before we start?
Hi, good afternoon. Hi, I'm Miss Hannah. You can call me Hannah. Alright, I'm a mother of an autistic child. He is 9 years old this year. Okay, he's studying in a normal school, which is a Chinese primary school.
Question is, can you share your journey from the time you first noticed signs of autism in your child?
I actually officially diagnosed my child as an autistic child, alright, when he was 7 years old. We managed to notice it quite late because it was during MCO. When he's a mixture, actually, he has mild autism and moderate ADHD. ADHD means hyperactive. Alright, so normally when a person who has ADHD, when he's at home, when he has a daily routine, whatever that he's doing is the same daily routine, it's very hard to identify it unless he goes to school. Because normal society perceptions will believe that he is just being naughty, being mischievous or boisterous at home. So because of MCO, we have very limited socialization with other people. So we can't really identify it. Alright, the first sign that we can actually show after reflecting, okay, after diagnosis, when we actually reflected, there are certain signs of autism in my child. I believe like at the age of 4 years old, he is still non-verbal. A normal child will be able to speak fluently once it reaches 2.5 or 3. Alright? Okay, and that is the first sign of an autism. Your child will have very, very minimal words. And then the second sign of my son named Jason. Alright, Jason will be pointing at every single object. Alright, instead of telling me, I want this, he'll be pointing. He will be pointing. If he doesn't get what he wants, he will be throwing tantrums, like crying, shouting. Alright? Okay, another sign of, I would say another sign of autism is every time when he take fast food, like McDonald's and KFC, he will go haywire a little bit. He'll be running at home. Alright? Okay, the third sign of autism, I would say, is he's very picky in terms of food. He eats the same food every day. Can you imagine? He doesn't like something that is soft, like pudding. He doesn't like pudding at all. Okay, autism kids, they like something that is more flavorful. Fried stuff, like fried chicken. They only like the skin, but not the meat. Alright, they can eat the same food every day. Yeah, the local food they like the most, I would say, is roti canai. When they eat the pizza, right, they only eat the crust. This is not only happens to my son, it happens to most of the autistic kids. Yeah, I've been joining a group, alright, on Instagram and also on Facebook. They share with us, they don't really like vegetables. They're very picky eaters. Yeah.
Next question I have for you is, what were the most significant challenges you faced in getting a diagnosis and finding appropriate care?
Okay, the first challenge I would say in getting a proper diagnosis is actually you yourself. As a parent, I couldn't accept that my son has autism. Alright, and even my family members, they will try to convince me that he is fine. But I know in reality he's not fine. So one day when a school teacher complained after MCO, I sent him to school. Like as usual, we go to school. When the school teachers complain, hey, something is not right, we can't control him, you have to send him for proper diagnosis. So in the end, it took me around 2 weeks to make the decision to see a specialist. Yep, his parents, they themselves. Alright, another challenges I face is where are the centers to find, to diagnose him appropriately. In Malaysia, if you want to go to government hospital, you have to queue up unless you know someone inside. And I'm so lucky, I know one of my students' parents was a specialist in a hospital. We actually cut queues. We actually managed to cut queue, and I managed to get the appointment within 2 weeks. Alright, or else normal people, if you queue up accordingly, it will be a year. Remember that there's so many patients with mental health issues right now. Alright, okay, if you want to go for private, the challenge is money. Do you know that a proper diagnosis of autism, it costs around 3,000 to 5,000? Alright, and we have it here in this building, 17th floor, Osis Place. It's one of the most prestigious in Malaysia. Alright, yeah, they will be doing field tests on the kids. Alright, and please make sure the kids is not too young to identify ADHD, or else you have to be 6 years and above to identify ADHD. Autism, you can see at the age of 2 years old. How about finding appropriate care? Actually, Jason is supposed to be sent to a nanny, and the nanny find out that he's very active and he doesn't have eye contact. Yes, another sign of autism is he doesn't really have eye contact. When you call him at home, right, at the age of 2 years old, when I recall, he doesn't really reply unless you go to in front of him and say, "Hi, Jason." Then he'll look at you like, "Hi, mommy," looking downward. Alright, so basically, my family members thought he's like a bit shy, but in reality, it's not introvert. This is not a proper responses. Yeah. Autistic kids will also imitate you. Alright, when they pick up, when I try to have speech therapy with him, like, "How are you?" He should be able to answer, "I'm fine, good, alright, happy." No, he did not. He would just repeat, "How are you?" I said, "What's your name? What's your name?" Alright, okay, everybody at home actually face stress. We are so stressful. I myself, I fell into depression for a month. I was asking myself, should we actually continue this life? Alright, one of the family members even blamed that I don't have good genetics. Alright, I give birth to a child who has autism. And I remember when I was pregnant, alright, I was admitted to hospital for a month because of food poisoning. And even my close one, they blame me that I don't take care of my health during pregnancy, and it caused autism to my kid. Yep. And then I was so depressed for a month. And finally, my buddies, alright, they actually helped me to go through all this. Okay?
How was having an autistic child affected your daily family life and your routines?
Okay, I remember like after diagnosed or proper diagnosed, so I read a lot of articles on the internet. I joined a lot of websites like IG. There is a social group, right, to help us to overcome all this. And as a reference, okay, first of all, if we would like to plan an outing, Jason used to run around in shopping mall. He was lost in the shopping mall before this. We even asked them to pull the main gate, stop the elevator, just to find him. Luckily, we managed to find him within 15 minutes. He was hiding in between the dresses. It was so scary, terrifying instead. Alright, and then so every time when we want to visit a new place, we have to tell him. I have to show him pictures on Google. I will say, "Jason, tomorrow we are going to this shopping mall. It's very new. You have to hold my hands. You have to hold my hand all the time. You cannot run. If you run, we are going back. We're going to cancel the outing." I have to prepare him. Okay, and then he will tell me. I will ask him, "What do you want to eat tomorrow?" All right, and then he say, "Chicken rice shop." Do you know that there was a year 2012? We have been eating chicken rice shop. We have been visiting chicken rice shop every single outing throughout the year. Nothing else. Only certain shops that we can visit: chicken rice shop, Aeon Big, and Toy R Us. After visiting these 3 places, he said, "I must go back now, or else he would hold tantrums." All right. And then slowly I read and I tell him, "Okay, we are going to add something extra today. Number 4, you are going shopping with mommy today. That will be our first agenda for today. We are going shopping." So I have to write to-do list. We have a to-do list. Number 1, shopping with mommy, buy clothes. Number 2, chicken rice shop. Number 3, Toy R Us. Number 4, Aeon Bag to buy grocery. Alright, so that is one of the ways that they affect our family routines. It has to be very rigid. Okay, it should be super duper rigid. Okay, number 2, whatever food that I mentioned just now, chicken rice shop, he will control our food. He eats what he wants. He cannot accommodate, but slowly we introduce him with new food. Then now I think he can eat more food. Alright, then we don't really, because he's now studying standard 3. Alright, like me, I have to reduce my tuition. I have to reduce my working hours. I have to go back and guide him to do homework every day. Even though I hire a private tutor, he still believes that my mom is the best teacher in the world. My mom can teach me the best English. Okay, and then we send him private tuition 1-to-1. Okay, and then Saturday and Sunday, we actually send him to gymnastics. We send him to gymnastics. We send him to swimming. Alright, we send him to brain development classes, we send him to therapies. So basically all the adults at home, we have very minimal me time. Very minimal. Unless when you send him there, there's someone to take care of him within the period of an hour, we are able to do some stuff. We really have to maximize our time, or else we really have no free time. Okay? For another occasion is autistic kids tend to sleep and wake up accordingly. They are like robots for me. Okay, my son will wake up automatically at 5:15 every day morning. 5:15 after breakfast, he will eat the same food. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, it will be biscuits or bread. Tuesday and Thursday, 100% compulsory. He will need instant what is it called, noodles. He wants his grandma to make him noodles. If you fail to make it, he won't go to school. And then he will go to school, come back. He must have the same driver. All right, Auntie May. We hire a personal driver for him, Auntie May, no one else. There was once I remembered, Auntie May was late to pick him up. So one of the aunties in school said, Auntie May already left. He cried out loud in school. Yeah, and then when the Auntie May came, the car was just passing by. He noticed it. He ran towards the car. Then, yeah, all right. And then how it affects our daily life is like at night. I remember there was an occasion we went to Bangkok. We forgot that Bangkok is 1 hour late than Malaysia. We are 1 hour earlier. So when it is Malaysia time 9:30, it's only 8:30 in Bangkok. He has a biological clock in himself, biological time that I need to sleep. So he actually lying down in 7-Eleven. He said, it's sleeping time, I'm going to sleep here. I said, no, we must go back. He said, hotel, please, he begged us for that. Please go back to hotel. So I will tell you, their routine is very rigid.
What therapies or interventions have you found most helpful for your child?
I personally believe that you can send to therapy center, but how well the person is managing your kids is another issue. I have changed 2 therapy centers. All right, some therapists in Malaysia, to be frank, they won't allow you to learn any skills from them. When you enter, it's just like the closed without any transparent window for you to see. Some centers are very kind. They put a transparent window for you guys so you are able to see and you can practice to enhance his skill at home. All right, to enhance his growth motor, cycle motor, all this. All right, certain therapy center just make it like it's private. You cannot learn anything. You can just send it here. So that's why I decided to quit the first one. All right. Okay, therapies, there are different types of therapies. We have speech therapies, we have psychomotor therapies, we have different, I would say, it depends on what kind of therapies you need. All right, I personally found that because I have a friend in Australia, she's doing Neuroactive. Her website is called Neuroactive on IG. She's the one that actually came all the way back. She flew all the way back to Malaysia because I was so depressed. Then she's a neurologist, she's a chiropractor, she's also a neurologist. All right, and she suggested me, let's do some therapies with him in terms of exercises. So we have so many exercises. We use even the, what is that called? The balance beam, the vibrator. People use it for slimming center. We actually asked Jason to stand on it. And then we asked him, because Jason is able to identify numerals, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, he will be on it. We say 1 + 2. So when you are on that machine, it actually makes you difficult to count. All right, it actually slow down and you have to think, you have to do more challenging tasks. Okay, so when you're able to control your body, you are able to think at the same time, it makes you become smarter. All right, not only that, every morning we will do 15 minutes exercises before he goes to school. So we have to wake up very early. 15 minutes exercises. What do? We do like sit up, all right, push up, rolling. You have to identify the autistic kid, whether his left brain underdeveloped or right brain is underdeveloped. They will give you a lot of tests, a lot of questionnaires to answer. All right, Jason is right brain is underdeveloped. His right brain is underdeveloped. So we have to focus more on the left part of the body. All right, exercises. I would say exercises is the first one. Number 2, machines. Machines actually help. I have a laser therapy at home. I use red light, okay, to laser his brain. So whenever he's on the vibration machine, I will do 5 points. Okay, I'll do 5 points of laser on his brain. All right. And then what do? We do the acupuncture. There's like a machine that can actually stimulate your nerves system. All right, I will put it one, and I'll put one on his thigh, and another one is below his thigh. And then I'll have the massager. I'll massage his foot, the left foot. All right, I'll massage him. All right, to trigger his sensory, and then he'll be doing reading at the same time. Imagine 3 actions in one go. All right, so it makes him to speak. Nowadays, he can read fluently. I would say at this age, he can read fluently. Compared when I started at the age of 7 years old, he can only read according to words, word by word, and then slowly he goes to chunks. All right, so I don't only do exercise, I do vibrate. It depends on machines. I depends on what is that called? The machines that triggers his nerve system, laser therapy. What else have I tried? Oh, the brushing sensory, brushing. That is a tool for you to brush your whole body. All right, in Chinese, there has what's it called? 丝瓜. 丝瓜. All right, because the texture of the 丝瓜, right, is harsh. So whenever you brush your kids, it triggers the sensory. All right. Another therapy intervention that I do is I send him to social groups, brain development centers. They have I pay for him to play with others, so for him to learn rules. Okay, and I also send him to gymnastics. Gymnastics is a very good sport. I think it's the basic foundations of everything. All right. Among all these interventions I've done, I think workouts, exercises plays the most important role. When you do workout, in order to do an action, right, in order to do backward row, you have to give him instructions. He will know how to observe, do 1, 2, 3, then you correct him. So when he goes to school, whenever the teacher says, take out pencil case, he will be able to follow instruction. Workout, I think workout. All right, workout can reduce his ADHD.
So earlier you said everybody in your family has to accommodate to him, right? So how do you balance the needs of Jason with your other family members?
Okay, luckily I have my mom. My mom is the pillar of the family. My mom, when I go, because I'm a working parent, right? I go to school. My job is to like earn more money, guide him in his studies. All right, because I need money. I need money for therapies. Jason is spending more than 6,000 per month. All right, so my mom will be. My mom and my part-time maid will be doing the house chores. My mom will manage the food, everything. Jason's food, my mom will prepare. All right, I have a personal driver. We have a personal driver to send Jason every day. Okay, I'm the one that have to do exercises with him. I'm the one that have to catch up with his homework, and I'm the one that need to do exercises. So everybody has their own role, so we won't feel that stress. Okay, in the beginning, I was the one doing all this. I'm the one preparing food. Okay, in the end, I ended up with depression. So it's not worth. My mom said, why not? Everybody plays a role.
So just now you said you got your family to help you, you got drivers and all these other things. So do you have any other support system that actually helps you through this journey?
My other support system, I thank to my friends in Australia. She's such a good neurologist. She has helped so many autistic and ADHD kids. All right, and then what else? I have a good bunch of colleagues in school. All right, they are mothers as well. All right, they even introduced me to join different kinds of social media group. Social media helps a lot. All right, and another thing is Malaysians are more open to autism and ADHD in today's world. All right, another support system is you yourself. If you are not open, you are not ready to accept this, nothing can be done. Okay?
So can you describe like any positive experiences or milestones that stand out in Jason's development?
Okay, like today and last week, luckily the teacher showed me a video of Jason going to toilet. Jason has a phobia of going to toilet in school. Can you imagine? The last that he entered the toilet was around 5:30 in the morning. All right, then he has to hold his urine until 1:30. So he has not been going to school toilet all this while. So there was few times he has UTI. UTI means urinary tract infection. So he was on MC, he got high fever. All right, so there was a time, last month, I actually find some time to go to school on weekends. Schools are not open on weekends, but I managed to talk to the guard. All right, we managed to enter the school. I showed him where's the toilet. Then he said, I know the toilet. I said, show me where's the toilet, let's go. Okay, then I said, when you want to pee, where must you go? Where must you go? He said, toilet. I said, why did you pee under the tree the other day? He said, because the toilet is so dark. And he showed it to me and he pointed at the tiles. Everything is in black. So it looks like a cave to him. He said, "Mommy, it's a cave. I can't go and it's a cave. I'm scared." I said, "Oh, okay. All right, how about you turn on the light?" I said, "This is the light. You turn on the light, then you go. Once you pee, you wash your hand, you turn off the light." He said, "Okay." I tried. I said, "Okay, try." Then the following week, he really went to the toilet. Then I did not believe it. I said, "Teacher, can you please take a video?" And the teacher sent me a video today. He really went to the toilet with a friend. Yeah, he will ask. I train it at home. We did a lot of we have been doing a lot of role plays. Role plays help autistic kids to imagine that situation. How should I handle that situation? Role play actually helps. I said, role play. What must you tell the teacher when you want to pee? "Teacher, may I go toilet, please?" If you need help, what must you do? "I'm scared. Teacher, can you go with me?" The teacher said, the teacher informed me last week she assigned a Malay boy to go toilet with him. Don't worry about this. It's like as time passes by, right, you feel like a lot of angels are there for you. You will get a lot of complaints. First 2 years, standard 1, standard 2, when it was in primary 1, primary 2, I received complaints every day to a minimum that when I look at my message 1 p.m. every day, I was shivering. Slowly, I trained him at home, role play. He managed to pick it up.
What advice would you give to other parents who are just starting to navigate the world of autism?
First, acceptance. All right, you have to accept, or else you fall into depression. You will even have the suicidal thoughts. Once I had the suicidal thoughts. All right, okay, when your relatives or someone say you are so highly educated, but ended up you have kids like that, what happened to you? Then I was really upset. How could you say that? Okay, without words of motivation or encouragement, I'd rather you keep quiet. And then my mom taught me one thing is, she teaches me something like, it is their choice to say that. We can't control their mouth. Every human being has a right to say whatever they want. What do you think about yourself? If you think of you are a great mom, you are going to be a winner. Do you want your kids to be a winner? You have to show the role model. You have to be optimistic. All right, it's okay to be not okay. It's okay to cry. I cried throughout the journey. It's okay, but you must find for solutions. If you don't find for solutions, what are you waiting for? There's no turning back. Jason is a gift from God. I can only accept, not to reject. All right. And then second thing is, you must find out whether it is left brain underdeveloped or right brain is underdeveloped, and you must unleash your child's talent. Every child has their own strengths and weaknesses. We maximize the strength, minimize the weaknesses. All right, like Jason, he's not really good in maths. Very weak. Until today, when he add 1 + 3, he still have to draw the stick. I said, it's fine. But it comes to language, okay? My family, we don't speak, my family doesn't speak Chinese at home. We only speak English and Hokkien, our dialect. So English for Jason is so easy. He's now trying to pick up his Mandarin. All right, I can see some progress. From March until now, his spelling is all full marks. We must create awareness to other people. Okay, when you bring your kids out, all right, if anyone criticizes I was criticized so many times, even until today. Sometimes when we're in a restaurant, right, okay, we have to prepare beforehand that we book a restaurant, tell them our situation, we need a table near the corner. All right, or else some customers will be unhappy if Jason throws tantrums again. Jason can be moody, mood swing anytime. All right, I always apologize to other customers or other parents. All right, try to create awareness. Yep, like I have a social media, I will show my child progress. I will tag our hashtag autism, hashtag ADHD, so more people will know about this. All right, nothing to be ashamed.
Now, how do you advocate for your child's needs in educational and social settings?
In educational, like what I say, I hire a private tutor. All right, Chinese has their own private tutor. For English, I will teach him personally. English BM, I'll teach personally. For maths and science, it will be another person to teach him. All right, okay. And the best, I would say, Malaysia education, we have too many subjects. All right, we have Chinese. And I realized one thing is autistic kids, they are more brilliant in English compared to Chinese. All right, because Chinese, they have too many strokes. Alright, when you write, there are too many strokes. It's more complicated. English is like apple, A-P-P-L-E, apple. That's it. And then we always expose them to YouTube, right? So YouTube mostly is in English. Most of the channels are in English, right? So they can pick up from that. Alright, okay, another thing, well, first you can hire a private tutor. Of course, it'll be very expensive. Second, choose the right school. Okay, if you want to send him to Chinese primary school, you have to put 200% effort. Confirm. Alright, if you treat him like a normal child, he can't succeed. And then parents, I hope, my friend actually advised me to consider about international school, IGCSE. You only study minimum 5 subjects, right? You can choose 5 subjects, and all the subjects are in English, so they are able to master easily. Alright? Oh, we do a lot of readings. Okay? You have to train from basic. You didn't have to be rushed. Every time we celebrate his little achievement, it's my greatest achievement, you know. Alright? We actually train him to write according to dots. We use the pencil, we use color pencil, we use watercolor to train him. Social setting. Meanwhile, for social setting, we actually ask our neighbor kids to play with him, but nobody wants. We got rejection, social rejections. They think he's weird. Because sometimes, if he's interested in certain things, he'll be poking. He will do the actions of poking. Or he will do the actions like, people think he's weird. I say it is called steaming. Steaming. Alright? And then, what did I say just now? I send him to a social playgroup. I pay money. Hey, 200, 300, I pay. Once a week, he learns how to play with other people. Alright? And then, when in gymnastics, you have few people. I don't hire a personal coach for him. I let him join the group now. We used to hire a personal coach. Then the coach said, now he can follow instruction. Why not join the social group? So he can interact with other kids. But so far, I think his interaction is very minimal. But no worries, one day when they want to talk, they will talk. Autistic kids, they just know how to select the people they are comfortable with. Do you believe that these kids have more interaction with adults like you people instead of the same age? They don't really mingle with the people of the same age. Another one that how we actually advocate my child's social setting is at the age of 3 years old, he used to cry when he go to morning market. My mom bring him continuously for months. Then he get used to it. Don't give up for the first time. Okay?
What are your hopes and dreams for your child's future, and how do you prepare?
My hopes and dreams. First one, I want him to grow healthily. Is able to take care of himself independently, because one day I'll definitely leave this world, right? Okay, and yeah, I will try to maximize his strength. I send him to piano lesson. Alright, I send him to so many classes. It's actually to find out his interests. Alright, okay, and then how do I prepare? How do I prepare for it? I actually do some investment, buying properties. Alright, I hope one day. The worst come to worst thing is, if he's a severe type, he has to depend on the rental. I rent my properties to others, I rent it out, so we have the income. We have sent him to a nursery care center. Maybe one day he's not here anymore. In my will, these properties will be donated to other people. Alright? Basically, autism center. To help more people. Alright? But he has positive changes, which I think is good. If one day he's able to further his studies overseas, I will go with him, for sure. I'll go with him. I'll leave my job, I'll go with him.
Yeah, your answers are very good, so I think you covered already those questions.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Alright, thank you.